Please be advised that some of the contents we discuss on this show are of a sensitive nature and may not be advised to be watched by sensitive viewers. Real and Raw is sponsored by Dreamstream. If you feel you want to support us directly and get our ad-free episodes, please subscribe on the link below. Good day, Mzansi. Today you're with your girl, Unombulelo Kakombi, Utsihosh, Utitibi, Umtasemlanjin, your social worker, your therapist, and your community developer. Every parent, when you raise a child, you expect to see them go through every milestone, sit, crawl, and walk. Today we're with Oz Bridget in the studio, who's raising a child that lives with disability. So what is Bridget?
Okay.
Good day, okay, Oz.
Good thing.
Good day. Can you kindly introduce yourself? Who's Bridget Ikimang, Otlakakokai, and everything?
Okay, my name is Bridget Nyai from Kagiso. I'm a parent. I have 2 kids.
Okay.
My firstborn is a daughter. She's 13 years. And then a 3-year-old boy who has a cerebral palsy.
Okay. Can you kindly explain what's a cerebral palsy for somebody who doesn't know?
A cerebral palsy is a disability. He can't walk. He can't stand.
Okay.
Like he's depending on me full time.
Okay.
Yes.
So you said only 3 years?
He's 3 years.
Okay. So like you said, when did you find out that your son lives with this condition?
After giving birth, he was admitted
Okay.
for 2 weeks. Then they told me that he won't be a normal child. At that time, nix understand normal how. So it took me 2 months to realize gore a tshwane le bana ba bang.
Okay.
He was always crying. He was very different. Nasa tshwane le bana ba bang as ke na le firstborn. Understand? So by 6 months is then ke boning gore there's a problem. Because naso duli fatshe a so it's sepe.
Yeah.
A sa kgone lo isa letsogo ko molomong wa bona. So yeah, that's when ke boning gore there's a problem. Then ba nkisa ko Rahima Musa.
Okay.
Then that's where they made a brain scan. Then they told me the diagnosis.
Okay. So I understand, like you're saying, Hore, you didn't understand when they said it's a different child. When in your mind you thought, oh, okay, it's a different child. Maybe it's Maya, utlaba okay.
Yes.
But now it's 6 months and Wana is not sitting, is not moving, is not doing anything.
Yes.
What comes to mind to you as a parent? What's the feeling?
It was very, I remember Anali that 6 to 7 months get clinicing for immunization. And because he was crying different than other kids. And then people were looking at me. So I was so frustrated because leake mo pepa ha molala ha ya balance then motho tla ba re pepa ngwana sentle o eng yo. I was so depressed. Nikella all the way until then the doctor sat me down, then we talk about it. Yeah.
So like you saying, at the time you felt that people did not understand. So how can no feel you'll have to explain yourself, which is something you did not, because Luena, you were still trying to accept and deal with this.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a difficult thing for you.
Yes, it was very difficult.
So who was there for you when you received this news? Did you have somebody that was a support structure for you?
Yes, but that time my mother was still alive. Then my brothers were very supportive.
That's great.
Yes.
So what is happening with your son? Is he in school? Is he in creche?
Currently I'm staying with him. I'm his nanny. So the school, he hasn't got a space in the school. But he has a physio. Every 2 months he go to physio. Yeah, ke dula le ena full time. I cannot help her. Yeah, I cannot nanny. I'm all alone.
Yeah. So, but like you're saying, you're going with the physio lien, and is there, what are they saying? Is there an improvement in some, that was the physio assist, or at some stage maybe a honore, abe on a wheelchair? Is he going to be wheelchair bound or what later? Because of now he's growing up, he needs to start going to school. By explain a Jean Bar
For now, gore ba mphe a bike, there's a bike that he's using because I ke re ha tsamaye tshwantse nne ntse ke mo pepile. So a kgone gore le bone ba ka re by ning because these things takes time.
Yeah.
And bana ha ba tshwane. Ba teng bana ba hantse ba gola ba ka nnang right, ba teng bana a tla nnang full time mo wheelchair. So go tlo dependa ka ngwana or her kids.
Yeah.
But now so far there's no changes.
There's no changes.
Yes, there's no changes.
And how does that?
And
Sorry about that.
For a bike e ba mphileng yone is very difficult because I can't even carry it ka taxi. I'm using a public transport.
Okay.
It's very difficult because la re combat taxi ba feta fela.
So when you say a baki e jwang?
Wheelchair like, but it has this big wheels.
Okay.
Yeah, so ha e foldeg.
Oh,
Let
yeah,
me
se
say that,
menega,
yes, a se menega.
So you always have to be carrying him because of
Yes.
sometimes the disadvantages of
Yes,
transport
yes.
and everything. But mom pakating, like you said at first, hore ko clinicing was the most frustrating part when bana ba bangwe ba tla be ba raga and every child. Did you feel hore you would be always be the center of attention, maybe because of ngwana, but tla be ba go lebeletse everything? And did that get to you?
Yes. Ka nako eo a ke itse maybe ne ke so ikamogele gore ke na le ngwana o so ne ke feela ne go le botlhoko ga se thole motho le a dadisa ngwana mole ke tlo mo sheba wa ka sale ke nkukile and ne ke feela ashamed le ya motho a mpotsa gore ngwana go na le how many years, but then maybe o na le 2, ke tshaba le bua gore o na le 2 years or some I'll say o na le 2 years and then motho ba re no he looks young nga gole or understand that
So,
feeling gore ke feel ka re batho ka montle ha ba understand, yes, ha ba understand because o shebe le matlho a teng batho ba tla ba o shebile ka matlho a sometimes o ka feela le gore o tla lo bona ngwana so like o ntshebileng,
So
but
it
then
become angry, yes.
ha setse o amogetse ha ona taba unless motho o botsa gore what's wrong with the child, then you become open le motho o mmolelle gore no, situation is like this.
Yeah. So like you said, o tla le ngwana ko sepetlele, you coming home, this is what you're experiencing. Where is the father of the child in all of this?
After ngwana a fetso tsalwa ke mmolelela diagnosis ya ngwana, then he disappeared. After maybe some 3 months 4 months he will come, then you disappear. Then he doesn't know his father.
Yeah. So I think also that one had its toll on you in a even that one to say now I'm having to raise a child with disability and then there's no support structure. It's better maybe if there's the father figure there, there's your partner there who says we're gonna go through this together.
Yes, yes, yeah. Yone ne le thata because for nna ne ke feela gore even la ka monka, even la re sa tlhole re utlwana, but go monka di weekends a re tla ke tseng ngwana ke dule le ena
Go bonda le ena.
ha batla. Family ba zamile ya gage, but then I don't know what happened on the way. Azang ba tlhole ba tlile.
Yeah. So in actual fact, the child never visits the paternal family. The paternal family never comes to your home.
Ha ne a le monyane ba kile ba tla, but after azang ba tlhole ba tlile.
So I heard you talking hore o na le also a 13-year-old.
Yes.
How did she react also now? I think every child gets so excited to say, "O na le ngwana o montšha mo gae." Did she understand gore nna ka gage o different ha tshwane le bana ba bangwe? Did you sit down with her o mmolelle hore this is the situation ka abuta gago?
Yeah. At first le ena na sa understand why ngwana ka mo a setse 1 2 3 bana ba bang ba emella eng, but now she's a darling. ke ena a tsebang go mo jesa, ke ena a
That's
tsebang go mo
nice.
tlhapisa, wa sala le ena ke etse shopping.
That's nice.
Like she's very supportive.
That's
Wa
great.
mo rata butswae.
Yeah. So, like, you said your brothers are there.
Yes.
So, are they there to say, udula le bona, or hirahala ing? What's the arrangement? Do they take one and la alternate or hirahala?
No, a re dule kaofela ba na le dintlo tsa bone. But they try to come ka di-weekend. Okay, a ba so zama gore ba monke ba dule le ena for the whole day because ene ke motho o sokodisang.
He's a
A
difficult-
ke itse kore maybe o tlwaetse o dula le nna le ausi wa gage thata o eng, but a ba so ka ba zama gore ba nrelieve nyana gore ke ba dule le ena.
So
Most of the time ke nna le.
do you think getting a reliever would also help you? Because
Yo.
I think this has affected you also mentally. Because now you have to deal with the fact that I just had this baby. This baby is different from other kids, ophela le disability, and is entirely dependent on me. Now I always have to be there. And then, like you're saying, it's a very difficult child. O e leng hore dilo tse ngata o tshwanetse o mo jese, o tshwanetse o mo tlhapise. Literally, he cannot speak how o feel jwang. A ka se kgone hore ke tshwere ke tlala. A ka se kgone hore I need to go to the bathroom. So he's entirely dependent on you. So do you feel hore go get a reliever would also be of assistance to
It
you?
will be a very e tla be nthusitse ka gore o thole gore tshwanetse ke tse dilo tso tsotlhe ke le one ke owa uniform ke di-scaftini ke dijo ke di-washing o understand gore ke one like ka kgatala le nna sometimes pele ebile ne ke na le go fela pelo thole I'll shout wa bona gore a e sa le sharp for over 13 years gore yaanong ka re ke ntshetsa anger mo ena so yes a nka thola motho at least le nna ke tsebe gore go na le motho goreng tla ke kuke ngwana or eng tla ke go eletse one to yo nka
Or e re ke nke ngwana ke
Yo,
tsamaele
ke
le ke
tsamaele
mo,
ena,
not just o relax for the
yo,
day.
yeah. Nka ba ke thusegile at least le nna emotionally yeah.
But do you communicate that with the people in your circle, like the family, or do you sometimes feel like, "Ai, a ke batle ba morwalo ko bone, let me just rather stay with my child"?
No, sometimes ke feel ka re ko sokodisa batho because tla ke re my aunt used to come and help but after o kile bona motho a tlo re motho o lla thata eng
Yeah,
so ke feel gore ke se
Ekare o
tlhole ke
tshwenya
tshwenya
batho.
batho ka gore wa sokodisa go re ke nna fela ke mo kgonang.
But you know what's the most amazing thing? I've seen you, Lingwana, how it's the love you have for him through everything that as you've been going through, Liena, but it's the love that you have for him. As much as you, like you're saying, or sometimes you no feel like a because of you human. And then this is something that every parent is not wishing for. Every one of us wish hore when you have a child, let it be a child e leng hore o tlo kgona ho ikeletsa dilo, o kgona ho enjoy o mmone a tsamaya. So you did not get to experience that with him. O kgona ho experience o mmone a walk and then that smile on his face and everything. The only time where you can feel an expression if it is he's a very smiley child. I've seen him. He can be very smiley, but also he gets very irritable. So I think, Luana, also that frustrates you as a parent. Have you gone and sought help? Maybe see a social worker, see a psychologist, somebody to talk to say, how do I manage my emotions?
For that one I've tried but I felt gore the more for nna ke feel gore the more ke buang le batho ba leng closer le nna
It's better.
ba ke ba tsebang go nna much better because ke kgona go bua everything unlike motho o ke sa mo tsebeng because tse dingwe ke tshaba le gore ke di bue gore ke na le go shouta eng wa bona so ha ile batho ba ke ba tsebang ke kgona go ba bolelela gore sometimes ke na le feel ka re nka mo tlogela mo le a le one wa bona and then somebody tla ba no a o etse sentle wa bona so yo a ke batle next ka ena yo a ke batle next ka ngwana o.
But I think, like you're saying, or sometimes it gets to you. It's also about going to somebody. It's a safe space where you talk to this person and they best assist you and equip you. Got the skills that are cope with that. There's what I'm sensing from now from you. It's only that level of why did this happen to me?
Yes.
Why got me? Couldn't have it been somebody else?
Why me?
Why me? It's what's running through your mind right now. Did I deserve this? O kila dula maybe at some stage and you feel that you're so furious with about everything that is happening.
Yes, yes. My mother was, mama ka a kitse ne ke tshepetse mo yena go bua nnete fela, because after ngwana ke ena ne a le there for nna.
For when
She will cry with me ampolelele gore everything will be fine, but after she got sick, I had to take care of her, and then I have to take care of my son. It was very depressing.
for you.
Then after passing,
It got to you. It
got
to you.
into me like nkisa kgone ho etsa next. Like it took me months. Nagana ke dula ke le one le bana.
Need a photo studio? The DreamStream Photo Studio includes a 2.7-meter PVC backdrop in black and white and is available for only 115 rands per hour. You can also rent a Canon R6 and lights. All rentals are for studio use only. Terms and conditions apply. Contact studio at dreamstream.co.za.
Thank you, Ben, for coming out tonight. My name is Son of Augustine.
A kgona gore ke tlolela ko mang, but I had gore ke nne strong for my kids.
True.
Yeah, I had gore ke be strong.
I also feel what you're saying, Hore, the loss of the mother also had an impact on you. So it's like you're somebody who has experienced so many traumas. Here you are, your support system, your mother, now is late. You also need to accept, Lena, maybe throughout her kula, it was you had to be hands-on with her. So that also got to you.
Too much.
So it's I want to assure you today, it's okay to go through those emotions. It's called being human. And there's no need for you sometimes to feel bad about it, to say, maybe I'm a bad mother. Like I'm saying, no parent wishes for that. No parent wishes for when you have got a child, you see a child, you look at a 3-year-old sometimes, as and you like,
Abua.
only if you could do that. But what is most amazing, you've always been there for your child. You remained the pillar for them. Like you're saying, Hore, even your daughter loves this baby boy so much. It's because of the strength that you have. Sometimes you underestimate the strength we have as people. We feel, Hore, hey, I can't handle this. But 3 years is a very long time.
Yeah.
You having to deal with this, and you still have a whole lifetime, Liena, and he's just a bundle of joy. It might not be what you expected, but it's still your baby. It's still a child that long hore there for you. He gives you joy as much as we put hore ke dila le yang le yena. Wa bona? So but do you feel mo community o dulang ko yone di facility di teng tsa bana ba tshwanang le your son, or maybe there's a drop-in center where o ka yang ko teng to say for a day, o ka ya go, then he gets physio, he stays there for a day, and then bamo exercises, and maybe a blended bana ba bangwe, maybe who also has disabilities, so that also as much as he's physically disabled, but kelello ya gagwe e kgona ho bona. So I think the more he's within bana ba bangwe, it makes it better to say, but I'm not as different. There are people ba tshwanang le nna who are still living life. Do you feel there are facilities like that within the community?
I really tried. Ke tlogetse mosebetsi because of ne ke sena motho o tla ntlhokomelela ngwana. Then I had gore ke dule fatshe for ngwana. Because ke batlile di-crutch around, bone ba ka se cope le ngwana o disability. So ko gongwe o feel o kare batho ba batle ngwana hao ke la bona a ba batle bana ba so or eng, and ke feel o kare if ngwana ke na tsama crutch, yeah, la na ka se be normal like bana ba bang, but something unlike gore a le mo ntlong.
Because of na go nna mo ntlong also a kgone socialize le batho ba batho o bona o lona
Right
fela.
now, I'm trying gore ke mo ise like shopping ke bone gore eng. He gets frustrated.
Because
he
of
will
it's
be
overwhelming for
irritated,
him.
or one. So gape go mo tswalla ko ntlong for nna ke feel o ka ka mo fitla.
But also, like, there are things that you can still do, Lena. Maybe go to a park sometimes so that he enjoys the sun. Sometimes take him to places where there's people of his age, as much as he might not be able to participate, but the excitement, kids get excited with color. Maybe colorful places like where there's merry-go-rounds, like the thing, because of now he's within the house. Also high, and maybe the relatives. So to the outside world, he's so not connected with the outside world, as much as it's difficult sometimes. But it's about taking him out there so that abe atlwaele new environment.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
Yeah.
I'll try that one.
Yeah. So, but like you're saying, hore, currently, is there any assistance, say, otola a grant service?
Yeah, so far o thola grant and then le o motona o kry yone ke yone nkareng ke yone re phedisang mo
E le
ntlong.
phedisang.
Re phela ka yone.
So, otola all of those things. Is there somebody that comes and check up on him or ojwang, maybe from certain departments? O
Tsama physio
Fela.
yona ka mo isa after
Okay.
2 months. Ha gona motho o tlang.
So, but then what's the outlook? What would you like to say to people within our community? I felt you stressing a lot, hore batho. Sometimes they look, they give, they don't realize what it's doing to a parent. What would you say to somebody who's out there and then understand hore ho ba le ngwana o disabled ho jwang? What would you say to them, hore? How would you prefer ba treat batho ba disabled ka teng?
Ntho nka ba bolelang yone kore we don't choose gore re be mo situation e so. I also wish gore nka ba le ngwana o sharp. Nahana carry a 9 months ke carry and then after that ngwana ka fetso mo kra o disabled. Understand? So ke wish o ka re batho ke be ba sa rutlela botlhoko.
But
A sa re-
understand.
Yeah, a sa re shame or a tlhaloganye gore that situation like
Can
re need a
happen.
support la ka re tla ke mo kuke or for nna ke feela gore yo at least unlike gore o ntšhebe or o gotlhe motho o mongwe wa understand a re ikgethele
Yeah.
and le bone they need to be loved.
True. So you still feel communities are not, they need education.
Ba tlhoka education ka bana ba disability. Ha ba tsebe ko re tswang teng or ko pain re feelang ha rena le bana.
So do you sometimes fear hore ha se tsa le mogolo o tlo cope jwang with the outside world?
Yeah. Ke a tshaba ke batla bua ka mo tshabele ntle gore a ke tse bore ha se tlo tsamaya gore o tla tsamaya o never tsamaya okay o mo pusha mo lo ya lena o feela yang o ipona a le different or eng but it's difficult.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
but
but
I think the key right here, like you're saying, it's education.
Yeah.
I think if we're more educated with what happens, what does a parent on a long disability goes through, and to also they might be disabled, but doesn't mean that they enable. Ba kgona ho etsa everything, they've got feelings.
ba
Ba
utlwa.
utlwa, and then they are just like any other child. It's just their physique, it's different. Ba kgona ke ntho tse dingwe tse ba sa kgone ho di ira tse le hore ngwana o normal o kgone ho di ira, but it's about accepting them. It's about also normalizing to say these things happen. It can happen to me. It can happen to anyone.
Yes.
Despite the class o tswang ko yone, whether you've got money or you don't have money, it can happen to anyone. So what would you like to say in closing to everybody out there, maybe the kind of assistance you need, hore o hloka thuso e jwang, if there's somebody who's looking, hore what is it e tlo etsang hore o feel hore, you know what, I feel accepted, I feel that somebody understand my story?
E re ke qale ka e ya nthwena ne ke feela gore gape gona le batsadi ba na leng bana ba tshwanang le waka so a kitsa gore ke re ke ba fa advice or ba sa fitlha bana ba bone.
True.
And talk about it a lot. It really helps. Gore la o bua kopana le motho mmolelle o sa tshaba gore motho tlo go tsaya yang or eng o mmolelle straight gore ke na le ngwana ene ngwana ka o so because ba bang ha ba bue ba fitlha.
True.
And help go bua nnete fela ra itlhoka. To tell the truth o kila bona motho a re at least go thuse ka di or somebody fela a re tla ke o tlaleletse somewhere cause go bua nnete fela grant ha e etse next ha e re ba tshwanang le rona re phela ka yone fela ntlong thole gore ntho tsa ngwana tse ding a di manage gore o ka tlaleletsa tshwanetse o bone gore o kope o etse yang yo thata mara for the sake ya gore bana ba gago wa etsa
You make a means, you a plan like a mother would.
yeah, it's a plan.
But earlier on, I heard you saying you're still looking for schools for him.
Yeah,
I think it's also something that you need to concentrate.
Ke applyile ko West Rand, then next sampane ke emetse for batlo mo assess.
Okay.
Yeah, so I so totally any respond for now.
So, but it's actually a step towards the right direction,
Yeah,
so that
I really
you can
wish gore a
socialize.
ye sekolong, at least something nyana tshwane le bana ba bang ko a boe late, not gore a tsamaile o dula ko.
No, it's just,
every day nje a boe.
because I think socializing and then social skills, it's very important for any person. Because of if atlodula ale ko ntlong, then also now he's gonna grow up and always feel hore o trapped ka mo ntlong.
Yes.
A sa tlwaele lefatshe. So if ever o na le that routine ya hore wa tsoga, he knows he's gonna be with his peers,
Yes.
there'll be something he's doing, whether be it handwork or whatever. So according to Kamu disability, he cannot use his hands, he cannot use anything.
Yeah, a kgone go tshwara kore wa tshwara but ha tshware wa
Gantle,
tlogela,
Okay.
then ha kgone go tsamaya, ha kgone go dula, ha kgone go emela. Yes.
Oh, okay. So in closing, you've said it would really help for you to get assistance. Are you pleading to say, friends and family, as much as I don't want to bother you, but
Kopa thuso.
ke kopa
I
thuso.
get tired, at least le nne there for me or ke kopa le re at least ka mo ra monka today Sunday nyana relax.
Mzansi, like you heard, every child has a right to happiness. Every child has a right to love, to be loved. This is one of the stories that we might take very light, but a story that can determine if this child in the future, how he'll perceive himself, how he'll perceive the world. Yes, sometimes it's difficult to understand, especially if somebody's different, but who are we to judge? See you next time, same place, same time.